You know, sometimes a story doesn't start with words. Sometimes it's born from a single image. Today, we're going to dive into a story that was literally painted into existence. And it's not just a journey to another world, it's a look into this really deep, almost mystical connection that can happen between a creator and their creation. So it all kicked off right here. This painting, it's called Looking Through Broken Glass, and it was the initial spark. I mean, look at that. It's so intense, right? It totally sets this mysterious tone. It's like you're looking through something shattered, but the focus is still so sharp. This is where we begin. And from that intense look, the whole story just explodes into motion. This painting right here, this is the moment. This is our blue child stepping through a door, a portal between worlds, and you just know with that one step, everything is about to change for her. So you might be wondering, how does something like a simple drawing turn into this whole detailed world? Well, let's follow that journey from that first little spark to a full-blown story on canvas. And here you can see it happening, side by side. On the left, you've got the very first idea, just a simple crayon drawing. And then, boom, on the right, it's reboard in acrylic paint. So much more depth, so much more color. But hang on, look closer. See that little squirrel? He's in both. It's this tiny little thread connecting the original idea to the finished story. I love that. But okay, that second painting, it is so much more than just a prettier version. Think of it like a treasure map. It's packed with all these hidden layers and symbols. I mean, every little detail is a clue, like a breadcrumb, leading you deeper and deeper into the story. It's not just a picture of a moment, it's a whole world with its own history, just waiting for us to figure it out. All right, let's do it. Let's step through that portal with her and really unpack the story that's hidden inside this painting. This is where the world of the blue child really starts to breathe. So the backstory is this. We have this young girl, and her parents are scientists. And they're not just any scientists. They're building dimensional gates, portals to other realities. And this is seriously dangerous, super unpredictable stuff. They're sending drones through to check things out, because sending an actual person, that's a risk that's almost unthinkable. Then one day, her parents manage to get a gate open. And the girl, she doesn't even hesitate. No one pushes her, no one tells her to go. She just does it. Driven by who knows what kind of curiosity, she just walks right through. I mean, talk about a life-changing decision. Okay, and this is where you really see the hidden clues I was talking about. Look at the sign over the gate. It used to be an eye, but it's been painted over to look like a moon. And that word, eye, is actually Turkish for moon. Now look inside the arch. Can you see it? It's like the ghost of another person that was painted over. And then you have these creepy, watchful eyes in the burning bush and even in the sun. It's like she's being watched. And that skyline way in the back, that's a modern city. It pulls this whole fantastic story right into our time. So she's done it. She's crossed over. The big question is, what's waiting for her on the other side? Let's take a look at this totally new, empty world and see what it does to her. And the reality is, it's brutal. She steps into what looks like a post-apocalyptic world. It's completely deserted, and the worst part? The portal she came through? It's gone. It's just a solid wall now. So she's trapped. Stuck in this abandoned town, hot sun beating down, and there is nobody. Not a single person. She is completely, utterly alone. And you can just imagine her first moments. It's total panic. She's banging on the wall, trying to get back. She finds a little bush to hide under and just cries. The narrator describes it as this huge storm raging inside her, even with a perfectly clear sky outside. But then, something shifts. Her resilience kicks in. She picks herself up, gathers whatever she can find, and get this, she even leaves a note where the portal used to be before she heads out into the unknown. Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. Because this story wasn't just something the creator was making up, it was something they were feeling, like really experiencing. We're going beyond just telling a story now and into this incredibly powerful emotional bond. The creator said it wasn't like they were watching her, it was like they were with her. This quote says everything. I cried with her. I felt the pain and loneliness with her. The empathy was so strong that the character's loneliness, her pain, it actually became the creator's pain. The line between what was real and what was imagined just got completely blurred. I mean, just think about how staggering that experience must have been. This whole session of imagining the girl's isolation was so intense, so real, that the creator actually had to stop and call their own sister in the real world just to feel calm again, to ground themselves. That tells you everything about the kind of emotional weight this character carried. So that raises a really deep question, doesn't it? We know the creator felt this girl's pain, but was it a one-way street? Could she, this character born from imagination, have felt the creator's presence too? And the creator is convinced the answer is yes. They talk about this one specific moment, picturing the girl sitting on the edge of a cliff, just staring out at the horizon. And in that instant, they felt it, a connection going both ways. A real certainty that somehow the girl knew she wasn't completely alone, that someone was with her in spirit. And that brings us to the absolute heart of this whole thing. It's about a bond that goes way beyond just writing a character or painting a picture. It's something much deeper, what you could really only call a spiritual kinship. You know, there's actually a Turkish term for this, gönül kardeşliği. It's one of those beautiful concepts that doesn't have a perfect English translation. It basically means a sisterhood of the heart or a brotherhood of the soul. It's this deep connection you have with someone that has nothing to do with being related by blood. And that's exactly how the narrator sees the blue child. Not as a character they made up, but as a kind of distant sibling. And what's so powerful is that this is a choice. The creator chooses to believe that the blue child isn't just make-believe. They believe she's a real soul, out there somewhere, living this life in another reality. And this whole story, it's just a fairy tale version of her truth. It's like they're tuning into her frequency, her journey from across a great distance. So that leaves us with this one last thing to think about. We usually see imagination as a place where we just make stuff up, right? But what if it's more than that? What if imagination is also a place where we can connect, a kind of meeting ground where distance doesn't matter, and souls, whether we call them real or fictional, can actually find each other?